are in Dorset, Tennessee. That going to Knoxville to the south. There's a big diamond here. Let's see what mile marker this is. Alright, then up here to the north is Norfolk Southern crossing right there over top. To the right goes to Clinton, and on up north on this CSX right here, so, and it goes north like up towards Kentucky, and then you got a line. This is a big diamond, and this goes off west. I'm going to see if there's a way to get up to the Norfolk Southern line. I doubt there is. Wearing a white t-shirt today. First time I'm wearing a white t-shirt. Not too much, just some machinery switching. He's got a green light northbound on CSX, and it looks like he sees quite a bit of traffic here. Yeah, there's absolutely no way to get up to Norfolk Southern line. Yeah, I guess I could if back in the day I had a 12-pack of beer, I'd get up that. Yeah, this whole area of Tennessee is known for all these vines. Boy, you get tangled up like that John Sevier yard in Knoxville. There's only a couple of ways in and out of that yard. Yeah, there's the switch. Looks like an electric switch. And the sun's starting to come out back south. Look at that pin. That fell out of a coupler. It didn't break. But that holds that piece of the coupler in. But anyway, you can see the line looks pretty well worn. It's been grinded too. See the little etches? Now we're at the Clinch River in Clinton, Tennessee. You see the support structure down there over top of the tracks. I think 1958, there was a train derailment on the bridge here, and it took out the structure right in here that was over the tracks. They just never replaced it. I guess the freight never weighed more after that it needed replaced. But look at the color of that water. There's a small switching yard on the other side, but it's only like 3 or 4 tracks wide. But I have been through here a couple of times, and you see the 2 tracks right in the middle right there of the main line. Those 2 tracks, that's a derail guard. In case the train derails, it locks in between each side, and the train doesn't go overboard off or into the bridge structure there. Well, it helps. Obviously it didn't help when it took out this part. It's back north. You can see how fast the track has already rusted since the last rain about an hour ago. It rusted really quick. You go up to the engines up there. I think that's it. And here we are at the Clinton, Tennessee switch engine. Yeah, 6-axle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just got 2 extra traction motors, and the Jeeps, the GP engines have 4. Yeah, even your rail cars are like this. When that piston's sticking out, the brakes are applied on. Now there's the depot. That's the yard office they use it for now, because there's a little bench and there's a table where you set the EOT, the Freddy, the end of train device, where you set them and apply them to the end car when you get ready to haul your local off. I'll get on up there a little further. And there's your little pedestal with your EOT end device. There's your test button I was telling you about. Of course, it's not activated on, but your reading will come out there. And there's your antenna that sends a signal to your lead engine. But Clinton, Tennessee. Well, got my fishing pole. Got her out there with no cork, no bobber. Fishing on bottom, might get a catfish. But water is probably about 8 or 10 foot deep here. One of them floating docks. This reminds me of Highway 61. Runs up out of Louisiana along the Mississippi River. It's a scenic highway. Goes all the way to Chicago, I think. But it runs up the shoreline of the Mississippi River through Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, Illinois. No, actually, I think it runs up into Wisconsin and Minnesota, I think. Highway 61. I said Chicago. I'm not sure where it dead ends. It's a U.S. highway. I've only been on the 101 in California in a couple of spots. I never did the whole thing. But then in Louisiana, you also have a Highway 1. It runs down. I've been as far south as Venice, Louisiana. That's right where the Mississippi River breaks into 3 passes. You got North Pass and the South Pass. Depending on where you're going in the Gulf is where you're going to end up. Which pass you're going to take. Me and my Uncle Bob, we went out the North Pass because we had to go back into Lake Pontchartrain to a place where he had that boat of his fixed. It was like part half dock, dry dock, half marine dock. Yeah, that Highway 1, that'll run up through Baton Rouge and into Latania. That's where KCS runs along Highway 1 in Louisiana, Alexandria, and on up. Some other good highways is this Highway 11 and 19 here in East Tennessee. Really nice country town. The folks are really authentic, really kind and good folks around here. 95? No way. Then going down to Key West. Only went to Key West a couple of times, but being homeless in Key West, no, that I do not advise going to Key West. They got so many tourists in Key West. But if you go to the first island north of Key West, it's called Stock Island. There's a lot of little fisheries and seafood places you can work at. Just stop out at any one of them, you always get work. But any one of those small islands in the Keys, like Manhattan, all up through that area. Yeah, I don't advise Highway 90, Interstate 95 or 5 in California. It's all right through Grants Pass in Oregon, Northern California. But up into Canada. Now there's some of your really good highways, like Highway 97 that runs up through British Columbia, runs through 100-mile house, 150-mile house in BC, and it all comes up pretty much there at the Alaska Highway near Dawson Creek. But the Alaska Highway itself, when you get to Fort Nelson, British Columbia, it really starts getting beautiful there. Fort Nelson's about milepost 300 on the Alaska Highway. You're about 300 miles up the Alaska Highway in Canada. If I can remember, I think they built the entire Alaska Highway in like 2 years, right before World War II. Then there's one that runs up to Churchill, right on Hudson Bay. That's a beautiful highway. Then you can go up to Inuvik, up through White Horse, Inuvik, Yellowknife. Yellowknife's a really neat town. Now there's a train run called the Hay River Run, and it runs up to Yellowknife. Well, they put the train on a ferry on the Great Slave Lake, and they haul it across to Yellowknife. It's a train ferry. I'm not even sure if it operates anymore. It's called the Hay River Run, but it comes out from the south, like Prince George and all that area. That's where you catch it, kind of that area. But it may not even run anymore. But yeah, the lake's clearing up a little bit. There was a bunch of dunnage and stuff floating. It actually doesn't smell too bad anymore. I think it's somebody fixing their dock over there. Yeah, yesterday I got a call from a friend, and he come out on this dock here, and the rope, I guess, had broke, and he was floating out on the lake. I had to come see if he needed any help, but it looked like by the time I got here, he got it taken care of. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get off this without getting wet. But compare it to my last videos down here, we're right at the base. They said July 1st it should be full. It's been going up about 4 or 5 inches a week. It's barely underneath that pier. At first I thought it was going to go up to about a foot shy of that pier there. That'd be perfect depth. God, they got all kind of stuff. And I think that first week of July, they're going to have a bunch of volunteers. They're actually, what I heard, they're going to raise the lake about 1.5 feet higher than what they're going to keep it at, and then drain it back down. That way all this stuff sticks to the shore and it's easier to clean up. I hadn't seen the geese around much. All the poop's about washed away. Well, Lawrence took me to my doctor today, and they drew lots of blood. They did a test called a Chem 38. I think this dock is moving on me. I might be calling somebody here if it floats off. Yeah, there's a test they call the Chem 38, and it's supposed to check 38 different chemicals in the body, like your potassium, magnesium, your electrolytes, all those. And they did a urine test for like magnesium and other urine related things to check on my kidneys. And so when these results come in, I'll have a better idea of what's going on with me while I'm so darn sick all the time now. But, and I will let everyone know on the community page how those results come out. Well, that sun sure is moving quick. I just got out of here 20 minutes ago and there was sun about halfway out. It's already reached to the other side. Yeah, it's pretty calm out here now. Well, that really helps. Zooming in like this. Could see so much more. Oh, I can't believe that water went all the way up there. Oh, they cleared out all those boat docks. There's that bridge down there that Lawrence filmed from. There was a sunken boat down there. Yeah, there's another deck. But there was two really large floating docks out here. I don't see them now. I'm gonna swing around all the way. Yeah, this is Boone Lake on the Watauga River. They let 50,000 largemouth bass go over the weekend, I think on Saturday. They were about the size of your hand. So they got a couple of 2 or 3 years of growing. But at least they stocked it. And I was wondering if they were. That's good they did. Every now and then I'll hear and see a splash, so I know there's fish in here. I just hadn't caught anything yet. Alright, we're up a little higher. Yeah, kind of give you an idea of that stuff. It's just sitting there stagnant, so it's coming alive. Little tiny algae and itty bitty lily pads. You just get sacks and sacks and sacks of garbage and it just washes back up. So like I said, when they fill the lake all the way, they're going to do it an extra 1.5 feet higher and then let the water drain back down 1.5 feet. That way some of that stuff will stick above the lake line and it'll be easier to clean up. That's what I heard anyway. Not sure if it's really what's going to happen. What's a big house over there? Now I hear a boat, I just don't see one. Or I think I do. It may be an air conditioner condensing unit. Well, we're down here on the bridge. There's the dock I was on earlier. You probably can't see it. I'm on that bridge that I filmed a little bit earlier. Remember when I said there's the bridge? Well, I'm on that bridge now. Now they had a boat sink there a couple of weeks ago. I guess since the 7 years this lake was drained while they were fixing the dam, a lot of stuff got dilapidated. Yeah, it took them 7 years to fix that dam. The water was seeping underneath, and it's an earth dam. Oh, man, there's some good fish back in there. You know it, man. Bass. I don't know why this car behind me stopped. Or Jeep or whatever. Yeah, by Thursday or Friday, I should have my lab results back from all that testing they done today. Maybe they'll give it a name. I would rather hear something bad and know what the heck it is than to wonder why I've been so sick lately. At least I'd have a name for it. But I'm sure it's just the liver. Your liver is like your battery of your body, so many different things. And when it gets sick, so does the rest of your body. And it comes and goes. Sometimes I get well enough, I go to Alaska. Yeah, I think that's that house I was looking at earlier too. Anyway, yeah, and I think we're about 1,650 foot above sea level here. I'm not sure what flood stage is. I don't know why this bridge is vibrating. I mean, it's vibrating really fast. There's no cars on it. I wonder if they have a water pipe that follows underneath the bottom of the road. Well, that is a skinny road. But anyway, yeah, I'll let everybody know what the lab results are when as soon as I get the results back. I'm gonna try to get off. Oh, there's a mimosa. They'll close up whenever you rub on them. Sometimes they do, but they got really pink flowers on them. They look like pom-poms, but they already flowered. My Uncle Bob had a huge one in his front yard. They usually don't grow too big either.